All right. So this is a game about all of you have played like Dungeons and Dragons and other tabletop role-playing games. I think Holly, I think you've only played D&D, right? I don't think you've played.
I've tried. I played something called Tiny Dungeons, which I wasn't crazy about, and I started doing Vampire the Masquerade, but after 3 sessions, the guy stopped DMing it, so
Yeah.
basically just this only.
This is going to be way not like Vampire the Masquerade, and also not like D&D. This is a game entirely about bears that are trying to pretend and act like they're people. And you can basically do whatever you want as long as it makes any remote sense whatsoever. This entire game is up to you all, and it's a game of collaborative storytelling where you improvise your actions together and everything that's going on. So that's different from Dungeons and Dragons, at least the way I DM it, where like in my current campaign is super raw, like by the rules. I'll say, this is the situation, what do you do? In this game, and then I'll narrate the result, but in this game, you could say, hey, what if this happened instead? And I'm probably going to be like, yeah, that sounds cool. So that's how this game goes. About talking bears, you can't exactly speak. I'm trying to like capture the character that I'm getting out of this from the page. You make human noises with your bear mouth. So it's like no one here is like some super articulate like bear James Bond spy. Like you just like people are even dumber than the bears here. So
yeah, or something.
I apologize in advance if this is going to be a weird game, but we're going to see how it goes. The year is 2025. There was a catastrophic and apocalyptic war between the vaccine zombies and murder hornets, and all the bears mutated in the United States, and now you're a mutated bear, and there's a company named Exeter International, and they're going to hold a truck convoy in Daytona Beach, Florida. They're using the last fuel in the world, or in the United States at least, to do this like truck convoy across the Panhandle as a promotion for their honey products. It's supposed to be a fundraiser, but you happen to know that even though they're promoting Yum Honey, which is a honey that you all thrive on, the truth is that they're masking the movement of a honey that is worth $5 million. And you know this. And you've worked together, and you've with your underground bear people, and you've come up with a plan, and now the plan is done, and no, we're not going over it, and you'll see why later. But you're gonna get this honey, and you're gonna make your way. You're gonna find what truck has this honey on it, and you're gonna go to the convention center, and you're gonna track it down, and you're gonna get the honey out of there, and that's what you're here to do.
Okay.
Let's go over the rules and create our characters. Everyone should just have 2d6 for this game. All of the rules are on one page. The way I thought it is like if everyone would just roll their 2d6 and we'll go in order so that whoever rolls highest gets to pick. I don't know if that's okay with you all. And also, I use an honor system, so I don't necessarily roll in Roll20. I have like hard, tactile dice, but feel free to, or any virtual dice tool or anything like that. You type /roll space number D dice type. So if you're rolling a 2d6, you would do /roll 2d6.
There's also the D20 symbol that you can click on.
That's easier. That's true. On the left side, you have the actual dice, and you can just click on it.
Click how many dice you want to roll.
Yeah. Okay. What'd you get, Casey? You're muted in Discord.
I said I haven't rolled yet. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, it's a 2d6. I'm sorry. 2d6. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, you rolling. What am I doing wrong here?
It didn't come up for me yet. It still says you're rolling.
You did.
Is it a back?
Oh, yeah. /roll space 2d6. Yeah.
Okay.
So just change the slash. From what you sent.
I've tried both.
Also, like Dawn was saying.
Is it roll 2d6 or rolling 2d6?
Roll, but there's also on the left toolbar there's a d20, and if you hover over it you can just click what you want as well.
It's like the one right up from the second one from the bottom.
Okay.
Okay, so it looks like the highest roll is Matt. Matt, so
You got a 13 for Holly.
No, that was a 3d6. My bad.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. We're learning.
2d6 is 12. I'm not a math teacher, thankfully.
wait a second. I mean, I can't. My bear brain's not that big, but
Those damn bears.
okay, Matt. So you would roll now 3d6 to determine your descriptor, bear type, and role. And I'm not going to keep a copy of any of this. No. So okay. So you got a 5, a 3, and a 6. So you got
Oh,
a
you get to be a panda.
a slick panda who is the face of the group.
Do you have the panda thing? It's super cute. Do you see?
Oh, aww.
That's the
Yeah.
character sheet for the panda. Yeah.
Oh, adorable. I'll make sure I have some bamboo shoots.
Unless you all can decide amongst yourselves how you want to know every bear D, that like the sheet says here, and you can also roll. There's a disguise sheet, and that's also up to you. But oh yeah, and you should roll a D8 for your hat. I forgot that, Matt.
D8.
I have to roll again.
So you're wearing a trilby, which I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know what that is. What is a trilby?
Oh, hold on 1 second.
I don't know what a trilby is either.
You own a trilby. That's what you're gonna tell me.
I have another hat that's perhaps more appropriate.
Is a trilby like? Is it dirty? Is it adult or something?
I have no idea what a trilby is,
I
but
don't know
it's
either.
a different cap than what I have right now.
Okay. You can wear that hat too, whatever you want to do. Okay, so it's up to you then to do the outfit, but moving on, the next person here.
A trilby hat is kind of like a fedora.
Okay.
It has a brim on it, but it has like a dent in the center of it. So yeah, it's
Like
I just looked it up.
That does look like a
For
trilby,
images for
like what you're
trilby hat.
describing. Okay.
It's
This
the
is
kind
a-
of hat that Frank Sinatra wore. He wore
Yeah.
fedoras and trilbies.
That kind of looks like that. All right, so the next
So, yeah,
person is
whatever-
Holly. So Holly, you'd roll a 3d6.
Yeah. So I got a 1, a 3, and a 3. So I need to roll a d6 again
Aw.
to not be a panda.
I mean, are you all okay with being the same types of pandas, or I'm sorry, the same types of bears? The thing is that if you're a different type of bear, you have special skills. So like a panda can eat anything that remotely resembles bamboo.
Yeah. Let me roll again.
Yeah, do that. Yeah, actually.
Okay.
So like a wicker chair.
Yes, definitely.
I'm a rookie.
Oh, you're a honey badger.
Driver.
Rookie honey badger driver. What's funny is the honey badger is like the absolute smallest bear. So you're gonna have to.
You're gonna be driving.
You're gonna be like on the steering wheel with like something to push the pedals and shift. Okay, so also roll a d8 for your hat.
You kidding?
A top hat.
And you're wearing a top hat. You're a honey badger with a top hat that's driving. If you guys choose to have a vehicle. Okay, so the next person would be Casey. 3d6 and 1d8. So you got... So you'll need to re-roll 1d6. And another... You'll need to re-roll 2d6. They're retired. And you'll have to roll again. And I'm sorry, I know it's tedious. So far I've got the retired hacker. Who is a Sun Bear. A retired Sun Bear hacker. And then your D8. Did you roll a D8?
The 1d8 or 2?
1d8.
Six.
6. A fez? I'm not really big on hats. What's a fez?
Are you familiar with Doctor Who?
No,
Yeah.
No. Okay.
I'm sorry.
I didn't think of Doctor Who for that. That's right.
It's kind of a Turkish hat. It's kind of a cylinder. It's red.
With
It's got
the tassel.
Mhm.
Has a tassel on it, yeah.
That's great. Retired Sun Bear hacker with a fez. Great. Okay, and then the last person is Dawn.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
I got
so
to reroll all of them. Rookie, I have to reroll the second one. Yeah, I have to reroll. We already have a rookie, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I have rolled another 1, 3, and a 4. We don't have a hacker, correct?
We do have a hacker.
We do have a hacker. Okay.
Incompetence.
Correct me, incompetent.
Brains. That sounds really bad, like a really bad mix, but we're going to do
It
it.
does.
So all you got to just re-roll your bear. You have the option between grizzly, polar, black, and that's it. I'm just okay. Nope, still got that. Grizzly bear.
Grizzly bear.
Incompetent,
terrifying,
grizzly
incompetent,
bear
smart-
brains.
I'm a terrifying, incompetent, smart person.
I've met people like that.
Who
met-
wears
With a top
what's
hat.
a 2? Someone has a top hat though.
You want to roll again? That's fine.
Yeah.
You can also have 2 hats if you roll an 8.
Oh, a cowboy hat. Nope, I want a cowboy hat.
Nice. Okay. So the rules of the game. There are only like 4 rules. Everybody has 2d6. You all start out. There are only 2 stats to the whole game: bear and criminal. Everybody starts out with a 3 in both bear and criminal. I'm going to present you like a situation, like in Dungeons and Dragons, and be like, hey, this is what's going on. What do you do for the heist? And then you're going to decide what to do. If there's any question about whether or not you could do it, then you'll roll a d6. If it's a let's see, I'm trying to find the bear. Let's see, blah blah blah.
Yeah, how do we know our scores and stuff?
You have a 3 in both. You have a 3 in criminal and a 3 in bear. And basically, oh, here it is. If
there
you're
it is.
mauling something, running, climbing, shrugging off damage, scaring people, or doing bear stuff, it's bear. If you're doing anything not directly related to being a bear, it's criminal. And so you'll roll a d6,
So we have,
and you want to
we
get.
have 3 of each.
You have a 3 in each stat. You roll a d6, and you're going to want to get a 3 or below. So then one of two things is going to happen. Oh, and actually, if it's a skill that you have, so if you're a polar bear and you're swimming, you roll 2d6. If you're a black bear and you're climbing, you roll 2d6. If you're the driver and you're driving a car, you roll 2d6, right? Or if you're a hacker and you're hacking a computer, you roll 2d6. Otherwise, you roll 1d6. One of two things is going to happen: frustration or greed. So if you fail, I'm going to narrate what's going to happen, what goes wrong, and you become frustrated. You subtract 1 point in criminal, and you put it in bear. So like if you fail your first check, you're going to go from 3 criminal to 2 criminal, and from 3 bear to 4 bear. Does that make sense? And they're going to slide like that the whole game. So you're going to be like erasing and marking it a lot. You can voluntarily, or if it goes off without a hitch and it works, then you're going to move it from bear to criminal instead. If at some point you want something to succeed, you guys can have a flashback scene where you're back at your bear headquarters doing your planning for the heist, and you made a special plan just for this situation. And then you automatically win it, and you take a point from bear to criminal. If you reach 6 in criminal, you automatically betray the whole party and become a traitor. If you get a 6 in bear, you are no longer able to contain how much of a bear you are, the pretense of being a human, and you let go and just go bear crazy and just turn into an animal. So the goal is to not do that and try to get the honey. Does everybody understand the rules? Okay, here we go. And now Roll20 is loading on my end, which is not a good sign.
I see the convention center.
Nice convention center.
I'm having to re-roll or reload Roll20. Okay, you have all made it. Your team of experts down to the Panama City Beach Convention Center, and there's crowds out here in this big event, and there are all these trucks and this huge like multi-lane roundabout that are set up for this big truck convoy. And there's you see someone stepping out of an armored limo in a nice suit, and for a second he steps out, he buttons his suit jacket, he looks like 2 women approach him, and he looks really disappointed and then just kind of indignant, and he stamps his foot, and you see him you can just see him screaming, and then he rushes off into the building. And you can see around the convention center, other than these trucks and this big roundabout, there's security guards at both of the major entrances to the building, and then there are a bunch of other trucks in the smaller entrance in the back, and there are vendors everywhere, and they're all selling honey-related items. What do you do?
Well, I guess
Have we-
we should put clothes. I mean, maybe put some clothes. Are we wearing clothes, or just
You are
wearing
wearing
bare-
clothes, and there's a
Okay.
page where you can determine what outfit you're wearing if you wanted to. I just left that as optional.
Okay.
But humans are really stupid, in the fact that you're wearing a hat means they assume you're a human.
Have we purchased? Is there an entry fee? Have we purchased an entry fee? Is there a?
You
Is
could
there
you could roll
is it a-
criminal.
And
Actually, I would say that would be. We would probably switch over to the heist plan if you did the tickets or not. But you guys would gain a criminal point.
Does everyone seem to just be walking in, or are they handing them like tickets when they walk in?
There are people walking in, and there is security out in front, and they're checking something on people.
right.
I think
Okay.
they're checking for tickets.
All right.
Do you think
Could I? Do I see like a massive? Is there like a massive people kind of like trying milling about and waiting in line and things like that?
There is. There are a bunch of people kind of in line, and then there's a huge group of people, like I said, with a bunch of different vendors. You see, like,
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Can I walk up to somebody and like give them a big old hug and kind of like oh hey, and then like try to like basically sleight of hand like a ticket they have.
yeah, you see what looks like someone who has been drinking some of the honey bourbon and honey liqueur that's on sale here, and
Very good.
He's with his kids, and one of their kids has just got a honey ice cream, and I would say roll a criminal to try to do
Yeah, that's
that.
nicer than what I was gonna do.
Do you have a bonus for like the face? You're the face, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, so you could roll 2d6. I feel like.
Awesome.
Oh, you did.
I did.
Oh, and you didn't make it. He's
Oh
like,
no.
he's like, hey, get away from me! No.
Can I like start like crying? Like I don't know, like would a bear like cry and kind of like have a really sad looking face?
Yeah, you start making a
I'm a
scene.
horrible panda.
Yeah, it makes a whole scene, and this guy's really unexpectedly aggressive, and he pushes you away, and so you would move one from criminal to bear, unless
are there people?
wait, unless you do the flashback scene where you plan this out in advance.
Are there any stragglers as well? I know there's people like in big groups. Are there any stragglers around that? maybe
Remind me of that. And Matt, while you're thinking about that, Holly, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, are there vendors carrying loads of supplies in? Like, could we try and help and sneak in that way?
I'm gonna say you're gonna need to make a brains criminal check.
Who's the brains?
I'm the brains.
Would you be interested in possibly doing that?
Sure. I can try that. That would be what, a 2d6?
Yeah.
Plus. Does he get a bonus
You
for
have
being
to
the
roll
brains?
under, right? So you're equal to or under. Okay, and you rolled 2d6. I'm sorry, Matt, I did that completely wrong. You got a 1. You like succeeded incredibly. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking at it.
Okay.
And so did you. And so I'll give you guys a result for that. And
Okay.
Don, you rolled a 2 as your lowest one. So I'm just looking at the wrong number. I apologize. So he sees you crying, Matt, and he's like, "Oh, sorry, it's just not been, we just drove here, and it's been a long car ride, and it's hot out and everything. And look, and he comes up and he like gives you a hug again. I think you could probably get the tickets from him because you could
Awesome.
see the tickets.
Excellent. Should I roll it? Should I roll again?
No, it's for his whole family, so that's going to be 4 tickets.
Oh,
'Cause he's
nice.
got 2 kids and him and his wife.
Excellent. Excellent.
Don, you see, what you see is it looks like there's construction going on in the building. There's a side entrance where there are contractors that are entering and leaving, and they're bringing in different construction materials and PVC and tool sets, and you can actually hear a lot of noise inside.
And these construction materials, they come in boxes. Some of them come in like boxes and stuff. Or in containers.
Some of them are definitely in containers. They're not. It looks like sometimes they are bringing containers in.
We could always take the empty containers and fill them up with the honey, and they would never know. And we are contractors.
Definitely a good thought. What we have to get inside to get it? Can we take them in with us?
Yeah, if we're going in as contractors and we just leave, we take some of their buckets and just, they have lids on them. They don't, unless they inspect them when they leave, they won't know.
I mean, I'm okay with trying that. We have tickets too, right?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I think so.
Some of us go in with tickets and some of us go in as workers.
Split the party. Sounds good.
Okay. Whoever wants to go in as workers, though, we should have a ticket just in case they pass, right?
Yes. Because the workers might have to have tickets anyway, so.
Yeah. I don't care to do either. Does anybody have a preference?
I think since you're already kind of scoping out the contracting, and I kind of already got the ticket. I think I can, I'll be more than happy to go through the front, since as a face, I might be able to, that might be more of my shtick.
Casey, you're
Yeah.
a hacker. Would you want to go
Yeah.
in as a contractor, and I could go with Matt? Does that work for
Yeah.
you all?
Yeah, and you and I case the joint out from the side entrance and see if there's other ways out and places to hide stuff.
Oh, I also forgot another thing. Where is it? If you you can move, you can automatically succeed on greed. By the way, Dawn and Matt, you move a point from bear to criminal, and you can automatically succeed on one of those with a flashback. You can also bring a point back from criminal back to bear by voluntarily eating honey.
Oh, definitely voluntarily eat honey.
Do we want to end up by the end of the game at a 3-3, or does it matter to be if we're like 5-1?
It doesn't matter as long as you don't make it to a 6 in either.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, sounds like I'm gonna go with Matt. Wait, did we pick names? I'm sorry. I'm just using our human names. Their names.
Huh.
Let me see.
If we have bear names, like mine is actually my initials, which also stands for Magic, so or Holly. It's crazy.
Huh.
HB, yeah. I'll write that down.
We have bear names. Huh.
I mean, you don't have to have a bear name. It's up to you all. Let's continue. You all can bring up your bear names if you want to later.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So 2 people are going in. Holly or HB and Matt are going in the side entrance and attempting to be contractors. Is that the goal?
No. We're gonna use the tickets and go through the line.
Main entrance
Yeah,
tickets.
Casey and Dawn are gonna Matt's giving them tickets too, but they're trying to get in as contractors.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's start.
Trying
with,
to find the ways in and out of this place.
We'll start with the. We'll start with the people attempting to be contractors. somebody approaches you and they're like, "Hey, what are you all doing? Stop
Helping.
Yeah, stop being so lazy. Get in there and move some of this stuff in."
I walk right in. I start moving stuff.
"Not there, dummy. Go back to the trucks and start unloading."
Fine. I go back to the trucks and unload.
Y'all trundle your bear selves out to the truck, and there's stacks, in fact, of boxes and crates and things.
Huh, we could steal this truck. We do have a driver.
There is a truck there.
Yes. Huh. I'll think about telling the driver that when I see him.
He pokes around the corner again. He's like, "I said get to work!"
Just growl at him.
Make a bear check. Do it with 2d6 because you have terrify, because you're a grizzly.
I did 2d6. I got a 2 and a 5.
Oh yeah, you growl at him and like he's terrified and he sheepishly just like walks off and he mutters to himself. You pretty much have like the run of this area right now. You know, like no one's
Awesome.
gonna bother you. What do you all do? You're currently in a truck.
I'm going to turn to Casey. I'm like, we can empty this out and
Yeah.
fill it back up later with the honey. And we have a driver. We can just take the truck. I don't think we have our own car, do we?
You would need to do a flashback scene to see if you have a car.
Yeah, because I don't know. Do we have a car?
Do you want to do a flashback scene?
Yeah, because I don't know
Okay.
if we have a car. If we're stealing this one, or do we have our own vehicle? We have a driver.
Actually, I messed that up. Okay, so you're back in your bear headquarters, playing poker and drinking. What do bears drink? Honey. I guess it looks. They have honey on the table. Yeah, just pure honey, actually. How did that conversation go when you decided you needed a car?
Are we gonna take a car there, guys, or are we gonna sit there and try to steal one?
Everybody's in the flashback scene.
Bring some paint. Bring some paint with us. Repaint the sides of the truck, or have a truck that we painted and we just take off the paint or take off the decals when we get away, so they don't know that it's us.
Yeah, let's just steal one.
Okay.
What kind of car?
We'll steal one of their trucks. One of their loading trucks.
What kind of car are we going to take? We're going to take a truck. We're going to take a four-wheeler. We're going to take a sedan.
A truck. I think a box truck.
It has to be big enough to carry all the honey. And it's really hard to park at conventions, so stealing one is probably going to be a lot closer.
And
So
if we're
let's
going to go in as contractors, we might as well.
Right. So an Econo line.
Yeah.
Kind of
Like
like
a moving van.
You guys.
And we're moving something. I mean, we're moving something.
Wait.
I can drive any vehicle.
Consequently, she cannot. Which is okay. Anyways, in character, not out of character. You can totally drive anything you want out of character. But anyways, let's see. So you guys are bringing a vehicle? Is that what?
We're gonna steal one.
You're gonna steal one. Okay. So
We're gonna steal one of the trucks.
This is what happened since Casey mentioned that. You remember this conversation, and Casey, you bring that up, and you identify the keys, and you get the keys to this truck.
Okay.
You're confident if you can make it back out, you could probably hand the keys to HB.
Yeah, HB can drive this. Just have to hand her the key.
All right, I got the keys. Here you go, HB.
Well, she's inside. She's going.
Oh, wait.
She's inside. We gotta find her first.
Okay, we're gonna switch over to HB and Matt now. You guys are walking up to the front entrance. and let's see. You can see a lot of noise and music like being performed as you come up. There's a registration table for the event that people are after they check your ticket, and there's some contract security here, and that's actually where we're going to start. Is approaching it. There's contract security that are checking tickets. What do you
Awesome. So are they forming kind of like a gauntlet that we have to pass through in order to?
There's just 2 contract security people up on the top
Okay.
part of the steps at the main entrance.
Okay.
And then there are other contract security people providing that static security in 2 different places at the main entrance.
So we're here specifically for a specialized hunting.
Right, you are here.
So I'm
just
going to. Right. Go ahead.
It's $5 million worth of pure Manuka extract.
Okay. So I'm going to try to see if there's like some sort of on one of the catalogs or on one of the, the little things that they give you, or kind of like laying around at a convention. Where is it being shown? Is there some sort of showing of it of some sort?
Well, here's what you know, and then I'll have you roll a brains check on that.
Uh-oh.
Going in that this is a front. Like they're selling it like this truck convoy is a charity event. It's not a charity event. They're moving honey, and they're using all that as a big screen to move this really expensive honey.
So it's not. So it's underground.
When you mean metaphorically underground?
Yeah, metaphorically, it's under the table selling
the table. Right, like they're trying to move all this honey in this truck convoy, and one of the trucks is going to have the Manuka.
Cool.
And go ahead.
Yep. So I'm thinking. Let me see. All right. All right. Then yeah, I'm just gonna kind of go and do. I'm gonna play along with whatever. I'm gonna look at what everybody else is doing, and I'm just gonna do what they're doing. So if they're walking through security, if they're walking up to the registration, that's what I'm gonna do.
All right. You see everybody hand their tickets to the security, and they're just like taking it and clipping it to indicate that the person is arrived. All right, you do that, and then everyone else also is stopping at a registration table, and they're registering. You see the people in front of you, and they're like, "Are you a vendor? Are you an employee, or are you a truck driver, or are you simply attending to enjoy the event?"
I'm gonna say I'm a vendor.
Oh, you're a vendor. Okay. Well, what company do you represent, sir?
Bears Are Us.
Bears Are Us, yes. She's like, and this person doing the registration is totally looking down and completely oblivious that a bear just said this to her. and she's like, okay, what? And where will you be setting up? Have you already selected your space from our website?
Of course we have.
Great. Okay, well, you can get started with that right away. And she does some paperwork, and she hands you like some papers, and then it also has like badges. And she's like, "How many badges do you need?"
2.
6.
Okay, here are 6 badges, and she takes the vendor badges and she gives them to you.
Awesome.
And when you look inside on the first floor of the convention center, you see that there are elevators going up. From the outside, it looked like this was about a 3 to 4 story building with, between 2 and 4 floors. The first floor around you see lots of these registration tables, some more event security that's hired, and some honey vendors, and there's like a bunch of honey and truck theme activities for kids as well.
Cool. So I'm going to start heading that direction.
What direction?
I'm kind of really going into the direction of I'm just looking around. I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of following what everybody else is doing.
Well, the kids are like getting on little versions of the trucks, and they're like,
Well, we're here for trucks, so let's look at those.
okay, you go over, and there's like a bunch of like one of those things in the mall, but instead of like a train, it's like a bunch of semis, and they're just like going around inside the center, and then there's vendor booths that are selling like a bunch of different honey products.
I'm gonna go over to the honey vendor people and see if I can ask. I know that what was the name of the specialized honey again?
The Manuka.
Yeah,
Manuka.
yeah, that's like it's worth $5 million. Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ask. I'm gonna go Manuka.
Okay, let's see. You have a vendor that's like selling like candy that's made from honey. You've got one that's selling like beauty products like shampoo, and at the same booth they're selling like spare ribs on a stick. You can tell that like it's like literally watered down honey, the beauty products. And when you approach and you say that, she's like, Manuka, no, sir, I'm sorry, but what we have here is it's a really high quality clover.
Not honey.
Yes, clover honey, sir.
Do we have? Well, I guess let me see. So obviously, as the intelligent bears we are, we have petty cash.
We would need to do a flashback scene if you prepared cash. Otherwise, no, you absolutely do not have cash.
I was thinking about the same thing. We should really have cash if we want to sit there and willing to eat some honey. I don't think they're going to give us free honey.
Free. So, do you have a free? I'm going to ask for a free sample.
Oh yeah, absolutely, sir. And she gives you these little vials that are like the hotel shampoo things, but it's like shampoo, but it's just honey.
Awesome. Totally.
You get 3 of them.
Are you
Excellent.
right now?
I'm going to drink it in front of her.
Okay. She's like, ew. Even though it's and you drink it, it's just honey in a shampoo bottle. But it's so you'd move 1 point from criminal to bear.
Nice.
Did we ask for a map of the convention center? Did we get that already?
Oh, the event, ma'am. This is what you see, and I see here that you're a vendor. What you would already know that. Like, what is it that you're selling? Are you trying to get set up? You all are very late.
Yeah. And they didn't give us a map. Do you have a map?
And then she motions like to security. She's like, "Hey, Rodriguez, can you take them over to the setup site?" And he's like, "Yeah, okay, another one. You all are really late." And he's like, "Follow me." And the security guard like is escorting you over to a booth. Do you follow? What do you do?
Do you want to follow Matt?
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay.
I'll start going over there.
You go over to a physical booth. There's nothing set up here, and there are some lines to set up. Like if you have what do you call it? Electrical things, whatever for the booth. Like if you need it, and then there's some table space, but otherwise, yeah. And they kind of expect you to be here and expect you to set up.
Cool. I put the little free sample bottles on our table.
You put the 3 sample bottles on the table, including the empty one, and stand there.
We're just waiting on our supplies.
The lady across from you sees all of this, and she's looking at you, and she's like, All right, we're gonna go back to Casey and Don. You all are at a truck. You've got the keys to a truck, and you realize that well, you could get these keys to HB if you had to, and then
What is in this truck?
just it's clear to you that the stuff in the truck is like electrical equipment, wiring, PVC, tools, stuff like that. Like it's for the construction that's going on inside the building.
What other trucks are around here other than this one? Are there like any other trucks that have like labels on them? Maybe
I can't remember what it's called, but you have like two of the little tiny cab Japanese type trucks, with the really short cab and the tiny beds, and then you've got like cars that they're using to obviously just do the work of just being able to get around to different parts of the outside of the convention center. The rest of the vehicles, there's trucks that are on the back side of the convention center that are other semis, and then you have like the huge number of semis that are in that roundabout.
Huh. These here, what we're looking for might be in the semi trucks. We really should find out what's going on with our friends, though. See if they got in trouble. Once we get all this stuff inside. Trying to find anything like anything left unattended that's honey based, unattended, like outside, or any trucks that.
This stuff would help us get inside, though, wouldn't it? Like help
Oh
us
yeah.
get to HB.
And if we're gonna steal the truck and someone's gonna chase us, we really should slash some tires, but that can be later.
You're gonna slash the tires of the other vehicles?
So I think we should get inside first.
Yeah, let's get inside first and see what our friends want to do.
You make it inside of the convention center, and you see your friends standing, watching attentively for any potential customers behind a table with one empty shampoo bottle and 3 shampoo bottles of honey.
Don't you think that if we were going to be vendors, we should have like brought some supplies?
Yes.
If we left them behind, though, probably. Huh.
I think one thing I think in order to drum up some business, I may start to do some little dancing, kind of like a dancing bear.
You would make a face check, so it'd be 2d6 for that.
All right, cool.
In the meantime, we could give the vendor badges also to our friends, and could we like go scout in the area?
So you get a.
And we give HB the keys. We say, "Here's the keys to a truck out there that when we want to get away, we have a truck we can. It's a getaway truck."
You got a 3. So you. What was your criminal stat? Like, what's it moved to?
Actually, because I ate some honey the last time, that moved back down to 3 now.
3. Okay, so you're 3, so it passes. So it's not like wildly successful, but you do start putting on a dance. Like a.
Cool.
You want to show us what your bear dance looks like?
Well, kind of like the usual, you know.
Oh,
like that.
I mean, that's cute, actually.
Little panda.
Right, it is
Well,
a
you're
panda.
of course.
Right. People love it, but like it doesn't draw a huge crowd. But people come over and they're like, "Oh gosh, how much for this shampoo?"
I put out like my hand, and just go like, whatever that means. I don't really know.
You put out your bare hand, and you're absolutely right. You're not exactly sure what that means. And somebody like one woman like elbows her way up in front of another person. She's like, "Here," and she like gives you like a legal tender of some sort.
Okay.
Isn't one of us?
What it is.
Isn't one of us a sun bear?
Uh-huh.
Because you could always smell honey out.
Oh yeah, that's Casey.
Yes.
That's big brain right there.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
That would that would be a bear check for sure. And since it's sense honey, it would be. Yeah, we want to verify exactly where the honey is. So it would be a 2d6 sense honey check. You get a 1. You while you're in here, you know exactly where the Manuka is.
Well, let's go find it.
So the and there's a lot of commotion out front, and all of a sudden, like you hear like truck engines start to rev, and people start cheering, and the trucks are already loaded, and you realize that they're like starting to depart.
No, they cannot leave. We have to follow them. We need the honey, but yeah, we need the honey.
The Manuka honey that she smells is in the truck.
Yeah, and Casey, you smell it. It's at the back entrance to one of those trucks. That's exactly where the Manuka is.
Are there any of the samples of the? Is there still a sample left of that honey shampoo you picked up?
There are 2.
Because I want to drink one.
You take it and drink it, and you move 1 point from criminal to bear. What do you all do?
So I think we need to head and find some trucks.
Yeah.
Head toward the back and see where the trucks are. We know where the truck is that we can take, so let's just go to the back and see what's up.
Yep.
Let's follow that bear smell.
You head to the back of the back entrance to it, and you see the trucks actually beginning to drive off.
Oh.
Are they actually still in motion?
Yes.
Well, don't we have our truck, so we need to get HB to.
Yeah, HB. Let's go. Let's go follow them.
Okay. Or the truck.
We have a truck?
No, they're already driving off.
Okay, guess we gotta get the truck. Let's go.
Can we do a flashback?
Sure, absolutely.
Would it be possible for us to like throw out like, I don't know, like they're basically car caltrips? Perhaps could we do a flashback within the adventure time that we've had, or would it have to be so? Like, what, for instance, we were planning when we got to the trucks. One of the first things that we would do would be like throw out those car caltrips when we got to the truck area, or in sort. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you plan that out, and you can all move a point from bear to criminal, and you set out truck caltrips exactly on the back where you smell the Manuka, it works, and the trucks in the back actually their tires flatten out, and you can see them stop, and the drivers get out, and they're super pissed off and frustrated.
If we want that to happen.
I take HB to the side. I'm like, maybe we can take one, fix their tires for them, and take one of their keys and take their truck instead. Can you drive a semi? You can drive a semi? Cool.
Yes. Unless I'm told I can't.
I want a truck full of Manuka.
So Casey, you smell what you think is Manuka from one of these trucks.
Okay. So let's head towards the truck. That truck.
Yeah. And if they're having trouble, we could always offer to help them fix their tires.
Yeah.
The driver's definitely down looking at the tire.
Awesome. So I think as the face, I think I can like offer to help, and then you guys could maybe get the Manuka off,
Yeah.
where I could like distract.
Yeah.
All
That
right.
is true.
Make a. Well, what do you say to the truck driver? He's like cussing and trying to fix a tire.
I give him a hug.
Make a face check. 2d6 face
okay.
check.
It's okay. And I'm going to help him with his wheel.
All right. You let's see, 3, and you've got a 3 in bear, right?
No, hold on.
I'm sorry, in criminal. In criminal. It'd be in
Yeah.
criminal.
Yes, I do. Yes,
Okay.
we moved once. Yeah, now I'm 2-4.
Okay, so
Mhm.
you a 2 and a 4. Okay, so you give him a bear hug with your bare hands, and he's like, "Oh, thanks. It's been a really hard day. You know, Hugh, that brat, he's just driving us, and you know, it's hard to make money nowadays, man. And I didn't even get any honey in my truck. I mean, you know, he's moving this honey. That's obviously what's happening."
Oh, there's no honey in his truck.
And so, who was it that checked the back?
The back of the truck.
Yeah.
I
I think Casey smelled the.
yes,
Did you
I,
smell
s-
the?
I,
and led us to the truck.
Okay, Casey and HB, you guys go back and you check the back of the truck, and there's a device in the back of the truck, and it's like emitting something out of it, and it's a ruse, and a hologram appears of another bear, and he's like, "I know that you've all been on to my tail this whole time."
That's all it says.
Well, initially, yeah. But you're not getting them a new car.
he tricked us.
But you can still hear the trucks like making their way through the roundabout as the convoy like starts to roll out on the other side.
I want to like slap my foot in the hologram.
Stupid bear, it's a hologram. Like you like swipe your paw through it.
Something.
Yeah, and like you're like a bear, so you're like like swiping your paws through it.
Does that mean I get to move 1 point back to the bear?
No, you don't do anything. Don't worry, you good.
Who's our hacker?
Casey.
Me.
Our honey smeller is our hacker.
Yeah.
Man, that's an OP build. That's an OP bear build.
I guess I could hack into the hologram and see where it's like being transmitted from. Maybe I don't.
Sure. Yeah, you make a 2d6 hacker check, and Fuffles is like, "Hey, wait, no, what are you doing? Stop it! Stop!"
The driver.
No, sorry, Theater of the Mind. Matt and Dawn are outside the
Yeah.
truck. Matt is giving a hug to the driver and consoling him, helping with his tire. You all are in the bed of the truck where there is no honey, but there's this device and a hologram of this bear who's talking to you.
And his name's Fluffles.
Fuffles.
So I got a 5.
So you got a 3 and a 2. So you got a 2. I'm sorry. When you do 2d6, you take the lowest.
Oh.
Because you're
Alright.
an expert in it, whatever it is. Okay, so you hack into it and you identify that there is just one nondescript white truck in the center of the convoy. It's already headed down the highway west to Pensacola. And Panama, Pensacola, yes. And they're on the highway right now.
Let's get in our truck and follow that truck.
Yeah.
Can we catch up to them? They're already on the highway.
Well, you got a driver to do that. So
Yes.
make
Come on,
a
HB. You can drive.
make a driver check.
Okay. 1 second. 2d6. So 3.
Yeah, so 3. Do you have a 3 in criminal?
I have a 4.
Oh, okay. So you
Yes, we
pass.
should all have a 4
So,
by now.
so you do exactly that. You catch up to the truck and like you are swerving with this honey badger like at the wheel, trying to trying to get this big truck next to this other truck, and you
And all you
get
see
it
is
up.
the top hat.
You can tell also as you get closer. Clearly, this is the right truck because it's got 2 security guards in the cab, and they see that you're there. What do you do?
I wonder if we can try to scare them off the road. by growling at them. They'll lose control and they'll crash, and we take all their stuff.
So you'd make a terrify check.
I turned to everyone in the truck like, "You want to do that?" Sure. And nope. I have a 4 and a 2, so that's definitely not lower.
You roar and growl, and like they actually take the drive, the wheel, and they steer it into your truck and try to bang you off the road as well. Make another driver check. What'd you get? You got a 1. You keep it onto the road, and in fact you lock into it, and you guys are like, it actually locks your vehicle into the frame, and sparks start flying off of your truck where you're locked into it, and you guys are dragging down the road.
Ooh, we can climb into the truck. Yeah, let's climb into the truck.
You see, the other trucks start to slow back, and they start to put their emergency lights on, and you can see off in the distance police lights.
We gotta do something fast. If you climb in, we could just try and take their truck.
Or we could scare them into doing what we say, or tell them we're gonna rip out the roads.
Can we? So I guess I'm trying to picture we're in a semi, right?
No, you're not in a semi because you guys took the.
We're in the delivery truck.
I thought you.
Yeah.
Actually, which did you take? You're the driver. What did you take?
I'm pretty sure. Well, we only had the keys to whatever they took the keys
To the box truck, yeah.
to. Yeah, so we're in a box
So
truck.
you're in a box truck.
And when we're locked in, are we side by side?
You're side by side, and it's dragging the trucks. Their wheels are coming in and touching, and sparks are flying. And
would it be possible for me to get out onto the cab and then jump over to the other one?
That's definitely going to be a bear check. Let's see if we have anything for that. I will note that the radio antenna definitely looks like a stick of bamboo, but I don't know that that's helpful to you.
Eat the antenna.
Do we have a more dexterous bear than I, or a more one who has
We
more
do not have a
physicality?
black
Actually,
bear,
climb.
so we have terror.
I'm
No,
going
I
to
don't
call that
think so.
climb.
Climb. Okay.
I mean, you're distractingly adorable.
As a
You're
panda,
adorable.
I climb. An awful lot.
You're distractingly adorable. I just
I will
terrified
do
you.
a D6. Yay!
Oh, you make it. Yeah, you make it over onto the cab, and you're on top of the cab now. Now what do you do?
Awesome. I'm gonna look over inside, and because of my face, I'm gonna smile, and I'm going to try to grab the wheel.
Oh, you jumped inside. Okay, yeah, you jump inside, and
Well, I can jump on top. I'm kind of thinking of jumping on top of the cab and then reaching my bear, looking over and smiling at them, then grabbing the wheel and just yanking it.
because you're a cute teddy bear, that doesn't happen. You jump onto the cab and you smile, but then you start to slip, and then you're like your panda feet come around into the cab instead, and it gets in their face. But it would definitely be a bear check. It would be you could do either face or brains or muscle.
I'll do face because that's what I got. That'll be 2d6. Oh, I got a 1.
You pull the steering wheel, you kick the steering wheel and distract them.
Awesome. Yes. Totally. Do you want me to do that? Yeah. I'm going, "Rrr." But I mean, they're because my panda is so adorable. They're just like completely overwhelmed by my adorableness. So. Well, you just think he went. Can everybody hear him?
No.
I can see you. I just can't hear you.
Yeah.
Like I said, I can see, just can't hear.
I can see, but I can't hear. Yeah. Yeah.
And I can't read lips, so.
Let me see.
Testing. How's that?
There we go.
Yeah. So when I was trying to describe the trucks, I hit my mute button. Anyways, so like these trucks, they steer off onto oncoming traffic, and you're on the opposite side of the highway and oncoming traffic. Make a driver check.
Me?
No, the honey badger.
Me?
Yeah, you.
That's good.
So you got a 2 and a 2. What is your criminal stat?
4.
So also Matt, let's see, Matt, you would move your, you would move one over to criminal, and
Okay.
Holly, you would also move one over to criminal. And somebody let me know if you get to 6, obviously.
When I jumped over there, being more of a bear thing.
I'm sorry, yeah, that would be bear. And then the
That'd be-
next one would be criminal, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It just cancels
All right,
out.
cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so, and y'all let me know if you get to 6. And then also remember you have 2 vials of honey. And let's see, so you got a 2. What is your criminal HB?
Now it's 5.
Oh, getting close. Okay. You got it. You got you guys steer onto oncoming traffic, but you're like Honey Badger rookie is like steering it out of the way of like these cars, and you're just narrowly missing them, and the cars are swerving off the road, and the police lights are getting closer.
I'm gonna try to climb onto the. I'm getting really frustrated because I didn't scare them off the road. So.
Oh, you also should move one from criminal to bear because you got frustrated.
Okay.
Yeah, can we like just climb in their truck and take them out? Take the truck?
I'm gonna try to get into that truck with Panda Bear.
Yeah, you have this
Big old huge grizzly bear.
You
Probably
have this
won't be able
big
to get,
fuzzy
but-
panda bear, and then this gigantic grizzly like tries to climb into this cab with 2 other people. It would be
That'd be a straight just 1d6, right?
apparently the honey badger is proficient in carnage. I just want to note
I don't know
that.
what that means.
Yes.
Carnage means you maul people.
Okay, I was afraid that's what it meant.
It's a 3, so it's the same. I have a
Well-
3 in bear, so that would be a fail because it's the same, or it has to be lower, right?
It can be the same or lower, and it
Or
passes.
is she
Well,
able to kill
I
it?
got a 3, so that's what I am
Okay.
in bear. So
Great. So you make it into the cab, and like there's this gigantic grizzly in there that's like squeezed into the cab, and like 2 people that are stuck in there with these huge bears, and one fuzzy cuddly.
I look at one of
panda
them
bear.
and I'm like, "You want to share with us, don't you?"
Make a terrify check. Also, you would move one from criminal to bear.
2.
You would move another one from criminal to bear. You still doing okay on bear?
I'm 4 bear, 2 criminal.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, they're terrified at this point, and they just like squeeze themselves out, and they just go tumbling down the road, and drop, tuck, and roll out of the truck. Now you guys are like in this truck. Now what do you do?
Without our driver. We need a driver.
The police are here, and they're like, the sirens are wailing and stuff, and they're, yelling for you all to pull over and stop.
Oh, this is where I'll let the face do the talking, because...
Sure.
I didn't mean to go, they stole the truck.
Let's. Are there ID badges or some sort of? When they leapt out, did they leave any of their ID or anything like that in the truck cab?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just hanging from the rearview mirror.
Excellent. So let's. I tell the bear the grizzly to just pull over.
So you do that, but there's going to be a dual driver check because the other truck is like stuck on you.
That's
That
right.
is true. And I don't drive, so let's see what happens.
I don't know if that will work. Well, maybe.
Is your intention to remain together or to try to separate?
I think we need to. I think if we. This is my idea, and it may be a good one or not. But I'm thinking if we separate, and then we just tell them that we had these people trying to rob us, and here's our ID, and we got away. Thank you. We now have the truck, and we can just drive away. The only problem is that then that puts the pressure on the other truck.
And I tried to lock out my brakes instead of
Sure.
And I cannot hear Holly at all.
Are you, Holly?
Oh, hang on 1 second. What about now?
No. I
Then move
heard you
move your
barely.
mic a little bit.
Now?
Yeah, now I can, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, what if I try to lock up their brakes to help unhook the truck, and then potentially shoot the one that I did across the road, so that the police can get through?
Well, I was gonna say, don't we need to make sure that what we're looking for is in the back of this truck first? I mean, I know.
Why don't
But we
you
need to
start
make-
with that? You could make a sense honey check.
A what?
Sense honey. So you'd roll 2d6. You got a 1.
Yeah.
You move 1 from criminal to bear, and you absolutely. This is definitely where the Manuka is.
Okay. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Holly.
I was just thinking maybe we could try to pull one of those like awesome heist things where people literally block the road with the truck. And if it works, the truck with the honey might come unhinged. The truck I'm in will block the road, and then maybe we could get in the truck with the honey. Maybe not, but it might work.
Yeah, you could try to climb in.
Well,
Yeah, so you so we're going, and then you jackknife it.
Yeah, to try and pull off of you and block the road.
And we are stopping, so you could always just sneak into the back somehow without being seen, possibly, or we just say that you're our friends who could hide the fact that we're the owners of this thing.
So you're going to try to jackknife the connected box truck in order to bring the whole thing to a stop, and then try to sneak out and get into the truck.
Yeah, sure.
All right, make a driver check. What is your criminal stat?
5.
That means it passes, and then something happens.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
It turns out the rookie on your team, HB, was a traitor all along. And you all of a sudden, Casey gets kicked out of the cab, and it goes swerving around, and you've never seen this much talent. And she jumps into the... I'm hijacking your character. She jumps into the back to try to steal the Manuka as the cops approach.
We gotta tell the cops that she's stealing from us.
What do you do?
The traitor turned on us to tell the cops to get arrested.
How far away are the cops from us?
They are like pulling over and getting out and drawing their weapons.
Just shoot her. She's right there.
Are we? And we're still driving.
No,
But-
she jackknifed it, swerved
Okay.
around, disconnected, kicked Casey out of the cab and then like kicked it back into gear and came around, swerved, and is now clambering across to get the Manuka and put it in her truck.
So if we floor it, will we be able to?
If you leave Casey to her
Then we
fate,
leave
yes.
Casey behind. And we have a traitor on our backside, so we just turn the traitor in and we save Casey, and then we hijack the truck.
So is there a way that neither of us have drive, and probably between two bears that don't know how to drive, that would be interesting to see what we have.
You remember that you can always use an automatic greed by doing a flashback scene, but you gain a criminal point automatically for everyone involved.
Does HP have any kind of device on her that I can hack into?
I don't think so. No.
She had tiny little honey badge. I'll just terrify her. I have 4 points in bear. I'll just terrify her.
Is there a game? Is there a system that we can bring her back from criminal?
No.
Or no?
No,
Okay.
that's it. It says it right here.
Okay.
She's
Then I'm going to yell at the police, I guess maybe get out of the truck and try to stop her.
I get out of the truck and I check on Casey, make sure that she's not hurt. I'm like, and I say, HB's a traitor. Got to turn her in. It's all her. Tell her she's the mastermind of everything, and she's working on her own. She's a traitor.
You realize that these security are like owned by Exeter. The cops, they're dirty. So they're probably going to get the honey. You're going to try to convince them that you also work for Exeter. Is that the plan?
And I'm going to check on Casey. We were working to take this bad person down, take HB down, so we should was bad the whole time.
So you would make a face check, Matt, to try to convince them of that. That you're definitely not a panda bear. You definitely just work for Exeter and this person. This obviously this bear.
We're in disguise.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
part
hats.
of work.
Yeah, that hat and that.
If you take her hat off. If you take.
Take her hat off. Yeah.
Oh no! What's your criminal stat?
Not that high. Yeah, not that high.
Oh, it fails, and they take out a taser and they shoot you, and you fall to the ground, incapacitated.
I'm gonna run over to HB and I'm gonna take her hat off and tell her she's a traitor and say, "See, she's the one." And that's all away.
Also make a face check.
She's a giant bear, don't you see?
That was gonna be a regular D6. A 2.
It works, and they're like, "Oh gosh, that's it. She's the bear!" And they like chase after her and they tackle her. And both police that are near you are on the ground. You're pretty confident that with any amount of scrutiny whatsoever, they're going to figure out that you guys are not part of Exeter.
Can I fight them? I'm a bear.
I will give you back your character, but you have to do everything you can to betray the party, win, and get the honey. Do you want to do that?
Okay, how's a Matt looking?
You wanna do it?
Because if they're busy with HB, we can all jump in the truck and just take it and run.
You could try to do that.
Whoever's the best in criminal can be the one who can try to drive, because I'm mostly a bear.
How are we gonna drive it?
I'm mostly a bear at this point. So.
I'm a driver.
So this is not a smart truck, a smart car. I can't hack into it and have it drive itself.
And if you guys can still do a flashback scene, you can have already prepared for this, but everybody gets a criminal point if you do it.
All right, so I have a shampoo bottle, so So we hired. Is there a way that we could have established like a scene where, if we lost, since we only have one driver, and driving is obviously really important in this particular adventure because it involves trucks, is that we would have another driver meet us?
Do you guys
Like we
want to
paid
do
off
that?
one of the other workers here, and they really helped
Ooh,
us.
I like that. So maybe we actually have a police officer that we paid off.
Okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and switch back here.
And he's going to take half. We're going to give him half of it. We're going to split it with him.
So last week at your bear headquarters, you were discussing how you have an inside man who is
We need
also
an inside man so we can.
obviously a bear. So is it going to be a police officer or a truck driver?
I think it should be one of the truck drivers that we threw out. We didn't. Both of them didn't get thrown out. One of them is working for us,
Well,
possibly.
It can be whatever you want. So it can be a totally other truck, like and everything. It could be anything you want.
But if we had this conversation, then HB was there, so then she knows what we're gonna do.
Yeah, that's true.
But we already revealed her to be a bear, so they're not going to believe her.
I kind of like.
Have a cop. Have a cop as one of our inside men. He can let us go.
I mean, you can do either. Just to clarify, you do whatever you want.
I do like the idea of the cop.
Yeah, so do I, because they can actually take us to a safe place. We have a cop working for us. They can like be our escort to since we were since there might be someone who would take over. He would take us to a safe location until the heat passed and no one was trying to steal the honey anymore.
So you guys planned this contingency in advance, and one of the cop cars actually, two bears come out in police uniforms with police. Actually, they don't have police uniforms. They only have police hats on, and they come up and they like rough you all around and put you in handcuffs. And you're like, we've got these, and then you see them like pull the Manuka out from the truck, and they put it like obviously in the trunk of the Crown Vic, like sticking out the back, and they like strap it down, and like you just see it like weighted down this Crown Vic like right off, and you guys ride off with the honey, and they think that they've arrested you all, but the traitor HB reports back to Fuffles and is like, yeah. So I'm talking to you now, HB. He's like,
Only me?
yeah. What happened?
Wait, they can't hear?
No.
They couldn't hear before?
What do you mean?
When you...
I'm sorry. Let me re-clarify. You have been captured. They thought that you were the bear trying to capture the honey because you betrayed betrayed everybody.
Yeah, so when you told me earlier that if I wanted control back, I could still betray them, they couldn't hear that?
Huh? No, don't worry about any of that. I'm just telling you what's going on right now. So, you were. They thought you were the bear. They captured you, but you were actually working for Exeter all along. You're a traitor. So,
Bullshit.
they brought you before Fuffles, and Fuffles is like, "What happened to the honey?"
Do I need to stay muted?
No. It's your turn.
Well, it's not with me.
Where is it?
There were some cops that took it.
Cops.
Yeah, but they were bears.
He goes over to like a console and he's like, boop, 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 like with his paws, and like satellite imagery like comes up, and he's like, "Those aren't cops. Those were bears."
Yeah, they were bears dressed as cops.
What are y'all called? Like, what's your group called? That's what we need to know here. Is it still just Bears Are Us? Like,
Bears are us.
Is it Bears Are Us?
Is there any way that
That's it. That's the end of the session. Just so you know.
Casey's the hacker, right?
Yeah.
So if there's a GPS in this thing, is there any way we could hack it so that they think we're going to a different location?
You get away and you have the honey. I'm just clarifying.
Cool. I don't want them to find us.
You make it back to your safe house, and you have $5 million of Manuka.
Honey. And we split it with the bears. We don't got to split it. We don't have to split it with HB because she's a traitor. So that's $1 million apiece.
I hope that wasn't too stupid.
No, it worked. I like the system. I like the D6s and the attributes. It's kind of neat.
Yeah, I'm gonna. In April, I hope I'd like to run lasers and feelings, which is similar. You only either have lasers or feelings. That's it.
Really? Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I'm trying to find other games to run once the month is over because most of my games have ended or people aren't showing up. So I'm like,
cool. Well, thanks a lot, you all, for joining and trying this out.
It was fun. It was fun.
It was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a good time.
Yeah.
Thank you.